Hi, welcome to the Gen X Glam and Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone, whether you're new, whether you're coming back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know that there are a lot of choices out there, and I appreciate you turning into my channel. I'm your host, Mom in Her Basement. If you haven't met me before, doing a little bit of glam, a little bit of gab, and jumping in to January. No, that's our mantra. It's jumping January. I'm jumping into January. Next month is fun February, so I hope you stick around because I'm going to upload a video every single day and ask a question of the day. We did this in October. I called it October Palooza. It was my birthday month, and it was a lot of fun. So if you're new to the channel, please stick around because fun February is going to be really fun. All right, let's get into this video. I went around my glam basement this morning and I filled up this box of drugstore products from my various drawers, glam drawers, and I thought it would be fun to do a quick full face using a variety of drugstore products. So it was a wash and dry the hair day, so my skincare is already laid down. On wash and dry the hair days, I do a little bit of drying. I lay down a layer of skincare, dry a little bit more skincare, dry a little bit more skincare, and usually I throw in the color correcting too. So by the time my hair is all dry and I've straightened it with my flat iron, I should have my skincare and my color correcting down. I'm not completely finished with color correcting. I got into my Technic Color Fix palette that I bought in Stockholm on my recent trip. I bought it at the dollar store in Stockholm. It was like $5 or $6, but look at all the product that I got, and it's fine. I've used it a few times. You can see the colors I've dug into, and it's fine. So I use the brightest color now. I'm gonna do maybe a little bit of more layering. I'm gonna choose, you know, a darker shade, but not too dark, just to prime my lids, because I'm probably not gonna do that much with them. I'm just gonna get them nice and primed. And then I did pick out a shadow palette that I can use from Essence. All right, so I'm using this popsicle stick method, is what I learned in beauty school. And it's mostly to keep things nice and clean, right? In theory, if I was doing other people's makeup and I was using sort of, this is like, you know, the palette in my kit, I would want to make sure that I wasn't double dipping a sponge into it or anything like that. So you just get out the popsicle stick, you dig out your product, you put it on, and you just kind of smooth it down. And that's what I'm doing this morning. So this shade that I just picked out is a shade darker, but not that much darker than the brightening shade that I originally laid down on the rest of my face, which really was like through my T-zone and underneath my eyes. So you have to trust the process, right? I'm all over the place. I'm gonna pull out a little bit. I'm just gonna move it all around. This really, like, for being from a dollar store, this formula is not that bad. And how do I judge whether it's that bad or not? It hasn't broken me out. It's not separating on my face. It's blending right into my skincare. So I think it was a win. And I didn't get a ton at that dollar store in Stockholm because I was on the clock. When am I not on the clock? But I was on the clock, and I had a very finite amount of time to run through that thing. I felt like I was on supermarket sweep. I swear I did. And so I didn't have a chance to really dig in and get a ton, but I'm so glad that I found this. And I did like a little short on that, man. That place was so messy. That was another thing. It was just so messy there. It was hard to like really dig in and find stuff. All right, I don't have a lot of time, and I am planning on using, let's use a little bit of I want to use some peach. If I can find my e.l.f. Here it is. This is my e.l.f. color corrector. e.l.f. makes this thing in 4 or 5 colors, and this is their peach. I like to dig in and put it right there, right where I have like some massive discoloration under my eyes, and blend it. This is not a brightener. This is something that I do just try to blend in, and especially when I know I'm going to be coming in with another product that's going to blend over it, which I am going to be doing today. I'm going to be using I'm going to use my Halo. e.l.f. on the mind, I'm not using my Halo Glow by e.l.f. I'm going to use my Rimmel Multitasker, which is similar, very similar to the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And, you know, all of these types of products can trace their lineage back to Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter product, where, you know, it's a product that gives you a little bit of glow and a little bit of coverage, but it's not really a foundation. You know, you can use it to underpaint, you can use it to stand alone, which is what we're going to do today to get a little bit of coverage. All right, so yeah, it's not, I've said this before, we're never going to erase everything that's going on, all the imperfections on our face, so we just need to diminish them to the point of personal satisfaction. This is just an essence in the flavor pineapple. Somebody help me out here. When we're talking about lippies and they smell like something, but we're not eating them, can we still say the flavor? All right, so this is, if we can, this is pineapple. Gosh, I got to get my nails done again. I have, they're really starting to cave, folks. And I did like this color. I got so many compliments on this color. Remember, it was like my splash into the new year. Like, and I was going to get some like super fresh, you know, clear, but yet a little bit of sparkle going on to like celebrate the new year. Now what? Now what am I going to do when I go get my nails done this weekend? Somebody give me a suggestion, please. What's trending out there? All right, good enough, good enough. No, a little bit. Let's use here's the e.l.f. green. Same deal, $4. Color corrector. Had a moment there. This is what you got if you're new to the channel. Your mom in her basement, a little bit uncut here. Every once in a while I figure out how to put like an overlay picture in to give a visual aid of what I'm talking about, but most of the time I just got to keep rolling. So this is my NYX Pro Fix It stick, and it's, you know, it's a color corrector as well. I also have it in a couple of other shades. I really like it. Super creamy, and I think that it blends really well. I carry a lot of my redness right here in my nose contour area, so I'm just gonna blend that in and get like a light shade of the Grinch going on in that area. And let's do it. Let's get in with this Rimmel multitasker, better than filters. It came out, it dropped in 2024. I follow Rimmel on Instagram, and I knew it was coming because they were showcasing on their Instagram site, on Rimmel London's Instagram site, has the doe foot. They were showcasing like the launches that were going on in England, and I was like, wow, I wonder if and when it's gonna hit it's gonna hit Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. And it did, and I really like it. I don't know what shade is this. Looks like it might be a little bit dark for me. I'm trying to see the shade here. 004 light medium. I'm sort of into the light mediums. I'm a fan of light mediums. Let's just see how that blends out. I did put it away, but not too far away on my station because I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to be, like the amount I put on my face, if that's going to be enough to disperse with my beauty blender. So I'm expecting something in the mail today. Speaking of drugstore products, because we're doing the full face of using drugstore products from my drawers, I'm expecting the new e.l.f. brushed cleansing soap. This is one of my favorite products from e.l.f. Their solid sponge soap block cleaner comes in this nice little plastic case that you can unscrew the top, so it's great for travel. And they have reformulated this thing, and it dropped recently, like, I don't know, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I waited to pull the trigger on buying it, but I didn't wait too long. It should be coming in the mail. I can't wait. I've been saving some brushes to clean with it. So when that comes in, I'm going to let you know how that goes, because they sell it for $5 on their website. And if you're looking for a brush cleaner, it's pretty awesome, I have to say. And I've said it before. All right, what do we think about that multitasker? I think it gave like a really nice glow, tiny bit tiny bit of coverage in the sense that I feel like it smoothed me out. I feel like it smoothed my skin out. And now I've got something, you know, to throw these other products on top of to stick to it. All right, I'm going to use a little bit. I'm going to pull out another color correcting product though, and because I want to do a little bit of brightening. I mentioned this in a video I did recently because I talked about CoverGirl and L'Oreal dropping new sticks, and they kind of look like this. And I did a video the other day, and I was like, so many sticks that have that are designed, you know, just like the L'Oreal and CoverGirl ones that are dropped. So, I mean, boils down to, I guess, like formula, but so I can remember I'm going in my T-zone area with this. This is from Wet n Wild. I remember when I bought this, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like about a year and a half old. I was on a vacation and ran into a Rite Aid and was just looking quickly at the drugstore stuff because I'm always on the clock, my friends. I'm always on the clock. And I saw this. It's just called like the baton of maquillage, like makeup wand. And it's a correcting stick, and it's in the shade 807. Follow your Bisque. Anyway, it's a little bit dried out, not gonna lie, and it didn't get a lot of play for me, mainly because it dries down really fast, and I like a creamier stick. So when you're looking at these sticks, or at least when I'm looking at these sticks, I'm often looking, I tend to really, really like the ones that lay down creamier, that don't, you know, that aren't drying super fast, that are super creamy, and I can just keep building and blending with. This one's okay. You know, it gave me another pop of highlight. Many of you are probably like, oh, but you covered up that Rimmel glow. Well, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep building. I still have some other creamy products that I want to put on. The Rimmel is still there. The Rimmel is still there. It's giving me that smooth base, and nothing, I'm going to lean in. Nothing has settled too far into my, you know, into my pores, into my fine lines, because I've got them. They're not going anywhere. They're probably only going to multiply as my vintage skin continues to age. All right, let's see. Here we're going with some more essence. This is the Baby Got Bronze. It's just a little bronzing stick. I like this stick a lot. I've used it before. It's been a while. It has a tiny bit of a scent to it. It's not like, you know, it's not like my Too Faced chocolate mousse. That smells like chocolate. So if you don't want a scent and you don't want to break the bank by, you know, going for a brand like Too Faced, let's just call it like a Sephora brand, then I really like the Essence contour sticks, the Baby Got Bronze and the Baby Got Blush. And for that matter, I'm not a big fan of all these like contour wands for, you know, bronzing and for blush and everything. I think they're like super messy. You know what I'm talking about? You know, Charlotte Tilbury kicked it all off with her contour wands, and then people came for her, and everybody and their brothers kind of got, and sister, cousin, and in-law has got some sort of contour blush or highlighter wand with the little spongy tip, and you squeeze it and it's a huge mess all over the place. Well, out of all of those brands, I've said this before, I like the Essence. I like the Essence ones the best, and I could lean over and grab one right now to show you what I'm talking about. But it didn't make my box today. It did not make the box. I didn't put any of those wands from Essence in the box today. But I don't know, since I'm making an effort to dig this thing out, I guess we could try a little bit. Here's just one of them. This is the highlighter, Baby Got Glow. Well, wait a second. I gotta get going. I don't know if I'm brave enough to put a highlighter on. I've said that before, because it's like, It's such a glow, right? Some of these highlighters can be such a glow. And I don't necessarily want a synthetic glow. If I'm going to have a glow, I want it to be a natural glow that's just, you know, popping throughout the day as I get, you know, flushed, organically flushed and unflushed in the face. Just organic. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Although I like to pat stuff in. Okay, what's next? Let's get some color on the cheek. Here's another one of these things. Here's another color stick. This is by Rimmel. I have two. One is in a deep, deep plum, and then this one is in like a light pink. And I was going for the light pink today. I was kind of going, when I was putting this box together, I was thinking I want to go pink. So here we are with my Rimmel multi-stick from the Kind and Free collection. I'm just gonna do the same thing I did with the bronzer from Essence. I'm just gonna tap it in. I'm using my makeup sponge blender, however you want to define it, just simply because I am in a mad rush. And I know I'm picking up product, but I really don't have a lot of time to deal with patchiness. And I feel like the Beauty Blender, because it does absorb a bit of product, and especially when you're in the hurry, is a way to go. All right, I'm happy with that color I got. And I pulled out my favorite, I love this, from the Maybelline Fit Me. This color blush, I want to say this is in it's Deep Rose, 302 Deep Rose. It reminds me of my Guerlain blush that's in the shade Soft Pink. Did I pull it up? Nope, I pulled up the coral. Of course I did. So my Maybelline Fit and my Guerlain blush, at least shade-wise, and even like some Power Stay, remind me. I love the Maybelline Fit, and I'm gonna go ahead, and that's what I'm gonna use today. And then I'm gonna go over it with, I have a lot of Essence because I love Essence. I want to put this Juicy Melon, the tinted lip and cheek balm, on my cheeks when I finish. All right, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for a nice little fluffy brush. Come on, e.l.f., don't let me down. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brush, and we're gonna just put a little bit of powder over. Oh my goodness, this is what happens. It's fine, it's not really broke. I will fix it. Look, I didn't break it just came out. It's fine, it's fine. I don't have time to fix it right now, but I will fix it. Fear not, fear not. All right, here we go. Getting just, look at that pop of color. I'm happy. I'm so happy right now with what's happening on my face for just putting together a random box of stuff. I'm not upset at myself at all. Let's see. We've got Essence matte bronzing powder. We have the Rimmel Radiance Brick. I also have, this is new from Essence, their contour, you know, the light and dark, which reminds me a lot of my Wet n Wild palette. I think I'm going to use my Wet n Wild palette for going with a little bit of contour. I love this thing. I've repurchased it so many times, and I just take my brush and I go down the middle. I'm going to use my two-tone brush. This is a Juvia's Place brush that I got in a mystery box. And I just go right down the middle with it, and we're going to do super sweeping motions. That's what we're going to do. Right down the middle, down the neck, on top. Let's lean in. It's not looking bad. I pulled out some setting powder. I was like, do I even need to use it? I don't even know if I need to use it. All right, let's dust the lids. This is the Essence Nothing Compares to Nude palette. It doesn't get more neutral than that, and I love myself some neutral colors. I'm just going crazy. I'm going crazy. I got them all. I got them all on that brush because I'm just gonna do a very light dusting, and I just like them all. There's no reason, like, I've seen other people do this. I almost said gurus. I've seen lots of people just talk about how that's how they like to do their shadows too. You know what I mean? It's not, I do envy the folks that can really get in there and do the precision. And in beauty school, I was taught, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and what colors go, you know, paint by numbers when it comes to the lids. It's just, I don't think, at least on my own lids, that that's ever going to be, you know, a super strategy for me. Just simply because, and I've said it before, I feel like my lids show a lot of my age of my skin, and so I don't like to mess around, and I don't like to draw too much attention to them. Let me just fluff them up a little bit more. I put down a really nice base with that color corrector on my lids, and just a little bit of dust from the neutral palette. I've got that, like, I feel like I have that barely there face going on. Although you've seen me sit here and put on a ton of product. I'm going to have a face wash going on here a little bit later in the day, but it's not going to be anything too over the top. My washcloth shouldn't be too cakey. All right, let's go in. I did pull out, I want to set my under eyes. I'm going to use my Essence, a Brighten Up banana powder. I'm going to get a fresh brush out to do that. Let's use this one. This is a nice little e.l.f. brush. I have so many brushes from e.l.f. I'm such a fan of most of the, you know, if not all of the e.l.f. brushes I've tried. I don't think there's been any e.l.f. brush that I've tried that's been a dud, to tell you the truth. They're very, I feel like they wash up really well. They've got all kinds of different, you know, types of them in terms of like the tips of their brushes, and you just can't go wrong. Like the price point with most of the stuff from e.l.f., even if it ends up being a miss, you didn't really break the bank. So, all right, I'm gonna probably have to fix up my face a little bit more after I turn off the camera, because it's almost time. It's almost time to bid you farewell, to say have a great rest of your day, to tell you how much fun it was hanging out. Let's get some of this juicy melon on. And how I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget, there's a current Gen X Glam. This is supposed to be pH Balance Reactive from Essence, this lip and cheek balm. But don't forget that there is a Gen X Glam and Gab giveaway going on. I will link the video I will link the giveaway video in this video's description. Go ahead and check out that video. Make a comment in it. If you have a USA or Canada mailing address and you're subscribed to the channel, you could get in the running to win that thing. It's a nice skincare bundle, a Shoppers Mart exclusive. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? Can I just throw it out and dangle that carrot in front of you? Here it is. I'm going in last with this Revolution makeup. Okay, it's from the brand Revolution, and it's basically like a lip gloss. And you know, when I first bought it, it reminded me a lot of, I felt it was a dupe for the Fenty sort of lip balm glosses out there. And I have as many Fenty as I have Revolution. I think I have about I have about 4 of these different shades from Revolution glosses, and then from Fenty I have about, I think I might actually be down to 3 because I finished one. I like them. I really jumped on the bandwagon and bought those Fenty, what does she call them? Like something bombs. I think they're something bombs. Are they lip balms? I don't like the ones with the tingle, but I like the other ones that don't tingle. All right, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you are well. Again, this is the Milani Make It Last Original. I say again because I use this in a couple of videos that I've made in the past like week or so. It's really great. I think it's like a really good substitute for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Setting Spray. So again, I'm just gonna spritz it because it's right here on my Glam Station. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I appreciate you hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.